Alright guys, it's our first day on the job. We gotta do our best to make a good first impression and try to actually scare one of the crap.
It's Monsters Inc.
Welcome to Monsters Inc.
Welcome to Monsters Incorporated, also known as Scream Team for the PS1 and PC.
Oh my god, the nostalgia. Oh.
Yeah, no, this is
a
this
fantasy
nostalgia.
world apparently.
Oh god, the models.
Yeah, no, it's PS1, PC, and it's not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, John Goodman and what's his face.
Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal and John Goodman. Yeah. Actually, I think this is them voicing them.
It does sound like it.
It's not.
It's in
I
person.
do know that.
Yeah.
I do know that Mike here is Carlos Awazwaki, the guy that voices Rocco, and the guy that voices Mike in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay.
And it's not the same. It's not the same Sully, but the Sully they got in Kingdom Hearts 3 is also pretty spot on.
Yeah, I mean they got spot on replacements for these guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
actually,
I
speaking
could
of-
not tell for a long time.
Speaking of replacements, I think something you might find amusing, Allie, the guy that they got to fill in for Randall in Kingdom Hearts 3, he's the same guy that voices Cusco in The Emperor's New School.
Oh, really?
No, really?
Nice.
Really? I thought that was Quentin Flynn.
No, it's not Quentin.
Uh,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he could do a good Randall, but it's not him.
you know, I think they could have gotten someone better because he did not sound right in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, he was trying. I could tell he was trying, but like, yeah, just no.
I haven't played
Doesn't
Kingdom
matter.
Hearts
Waste
3,
of-
so I have no opinion.
So James, what is this old dated game we're playing today?
So, Scream Team is counts itself as a prequel of sorts to the actual movie, in which Mike and Sully have enlisted in the Scare Island testing grounds of Monsters Incorporated to prove that they are the top scares of the
And
biz.
devil damn Sully is big in this screen.
These monsters.
Yeah, I think they sized Mike down. Holy shit! Forgot about
I was
I
gonna
could
talk
use the
about
exercise.
Monsters University, but that came up.
It's like, look at you have your own climate.
I
In this
mean,
game, he really does.
yeah.
So
Oh,
I hope you
see.
don't. I hope you don't mind that the first 15 minutes of this look at is pretty much going to be tutorial crap starring everyone's favorite secretary.
Alright.
They're pretty thorough in it. So I guess we'll just get down to brass tacks. Who here has played this game?
I have.
I haven't.
I have. I had been the only person here who has not.
Yeah, I technically did play it for a little bit during the whole PlayStation Store craze of the late 2000s/2010s. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't really grow up with this one like I did A Bug's Life or, to some extent, Toy Story 2.
I just seen the
only-
movies, so that's it.
Yeah.
Same here.
I was obsessed with this movie for years, and this one was one of those games I was obsessed with.
I used to sing the whole entire beginning theme song. That's why I stopped before I kept going.
I think the only Monsters Inc. game I've ever played is the one for the Game Boy Color.
That one I also played.
I will say I never played this one growing up, but the one I did play growing up was freaking Scream Arena for the GameCube, which is essentially Monsters Inc. Dodgeball.
Oh, that's the one I
Okay.
was thinking of, not this one.
Yeah, I played that one too.
It was an interesting game, from what I remember, but that's about all I can say on the matter.
Just interesting. The other,
So, yeah.
yeah.
Why don't we talk about the game for a second here? So basically, as either Mike or Sully, it's pretty much a traditional platformer that kind of treats itself almost like an Ape Escape clone.
Right. It's set up that we're going to be looking around for major collectibles, and our main goal is we want to try and get a gold medal in every single stage, and medals are acquired by scaring all of the robots that we're going to be finding and collecting enough tokens. And if we can pass all of these tests, we'll be allowed to become scarers.
Why couldn't we get this as a movie adaptation instead of Monsters University?
Wait, a movie adaptation?
Well,
What?
Monster University basically happens, but if you really look at the plot of Monsters University, it's just more so like Monsters University is the prequel to this, which is the prequel to Monsters Inc. They're in between.
Okay, now this just hurts.
And I'm gonna have the dumb opinion and say that I liked Monsters University. Like, I actually liked it. I will agree with people saying that it didn't really need to happen, but I thought it was still perfectly harmless.
I just don't like the college tropes, because I used to watch a lot of college tropes like movies, so when it was doing that, it just hurt.
Well, I've never seen any of them, so that's why it never bothered me.
I would say the music is still fine. The story's kind of interesting. I like that it focuses more on Mike. Also, I'm gonna say it at least had a little bit. It had more for me to take away from it than Finding Dory did.
Oh god, Finding Dory just hurt.
It wasn't bad. It made no sense. Like, that was the one movie that Pixar made that I was like, yep, clean, cut, done. There's nowhere we could really go with this because the family's reunited.
That's
Yeah,
what I said. It hurts.
Yeah, well, for me, yeah, it was really just kind of a rehash of the first movie, and Marlon was uncharacteristically mean.
Yes.
Dory, right? It's like there was a little bit of regression there. Anyways, yeah. Meanwhile, good dinosaur who?
Oh
Yeah.
well, it's not as worse as Cars 2.
Honestly, like, Cars 2 I think is the worst. Good Dinosaur, I've never seen, but from what I've heard, I don't think I'm missing anything.
I watched it and I was highly disappointed of how just bland it was.
Yeah.
Visually beautiful, but it was just forgettable.
Right. I remember it did nothing exciting, and from what I remember, it not flopped, but it did not make a return at the box office, like profit-wise.
No, it didn't.
Pixar lost money in making that movie.
Yes, if you take too much primordial ooze and you'll turn into the ultimate monster kaiju.
Well, actually,
now
if you
I'm-
think about
now-
it, Sully is a fluffy version of Godzilla.
He in that character selection screen, he was a kaiju.
Well, now I'm imagining Kaiju Mike.
I was about to say, you know what? You say Sully was a kaiju in that screen. How do you know Mike wasn't a pygmy?
Oh my god, you're right.
He's like a little sea monkey sproutling. You just add some water and
They actually look
All
like
right,
the ones
here's
on the
our
box.
main gimmick of the game: the nerds.
God, they look terrifying.
The robots.
They're just robotic children who have the sirens that totally don't look like something that got ripped off of a Peepo helmet.
Ugh.
Again, total ape escape.
And don't worry, Pi, they're scared of you more than you are of them.
Yeah, this is why I don't go around kids very much.
So we build up the scare meter and we make cute little poses at them.
Those are not cute poses. Those are oh god, a face stretch.
I think they made him unintentionally terrifying because of the dated
she's
model.
Oh god, you killed it. That's my job.
You scared it to death.
Well, it's robots. They don't have a soul.
Mega Man would like a word with you.
Oh no, it's gonna scare him.
Punt.
Oh.
Dude, no. If this was a rated T game, we could have had like green, like battery acid blood coming out of that thing when you scared it.
And you know what? Because it's a robot, it would still be fine with the sensors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Gui, what were your experiences like playing this game?
Oh, I mean, I said earlier I was obsessed with the movie, so naturally I was obsessed with any game that came out that caught my fancy, and this one was one of them. And I think I played it to 100%. I can't say for sure. 'Cause it's been years.
I remember it took me a long time to get to 100%, but I do remember beating the game. I remember seeing the end credits, and it was fun. I think.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll get to see it in this video, but I also had a lot of fun racing Randall in those bonus stages.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did not show that off because I think I only showed off 2 additional levels after this because the tutorial is goddamn long.
Yeah, I forgot how long it was.
It's thorough. Well, I would say it's because it is thorough, and because this is going to be the last big tutorial you ever get.
I remember when games had tutorials.
Unless you're like,
Let's just say that I forget what was the secretary's name again?
Roz.
Roz pretty much was tasked to just narrate this entire tutorial section, and well, after that she got her paycheck and left.
Yep.
fair enough.
I did all
And
the
that's
same.
about-
See you losers in Hawaii.
Gosh, it sounds like Raw has smoked like 6 packs of Marlboro cigarettes.
Yeah, I
It's the
think I
cigarette.
leaned a little. I think I leaned a little more towards Megavolt than Ross there.
Just a little.
Ross is kind of hard to pull off, let's be honest.
Yeah.
With enough practice.
God, it sounds like you're straining your vocal cords.
Not really.
I said it sounded like it.
Depends on who you talk to. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that.
Just a little.
So as we were talking over all that, in order to get bronze medals, you just have to scare a certain amount of nerds. To get the silver medal, you have to collect all the medals, and then getting the gold requires you to scare the remaining nerds in the stage. It should be said that, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, you're not going to get silver or gold ranks on your first run through a level.
Very rarely you can get a silver, but yeah, never a gold. This game is a little like a Metroid, not Metroidvania. It still goes back to Ape Escape. You can never catch, in some levels, you can never catch all the monkeys because some of them were
You have to
hidden
get
behind
certain
things.
power-ups to get them.
Right, you need your gadgets.
And actually, later on, if I remember correctly, some of these nerves will actually try to avoid you. Like they'll be hard to catch.
Right. Which
Yeah,
is why you need
some
to
do
use
try to
your
run
skills.
away.
Which is why you usually have to solve a puzzle or do some platforming to. Also, I just was checking.
You did me a frightening good sure.
I
did not.
You did me a fright.
I was saying, I don't know how to feel about this, but I was looking on Twitter, and someone was talking about someone on 4chan who was talking about the next Smash character.
Really?
Apparently, they are claiming that in September 12th there will be some sort of direct or some sort of like Smash character revealed. But I don't know to believe this or not. But this is they were vague because they didn't want to give it away and get banned or something. But the details that they gave us was according to this supposed leak, there'll be a new Smash character revealed. It'll be a female character. She's not a demanded character and will disappoint and confuse a lot of people. That is all.
Tomb Raider?
She's gonna be lipstick, is she?
Who?
I said Tomb Raider.
Exactly.
I said Tomb Raider for me, but
Well, Tomb Raider at least has a legion. I was about to say legion status, but that's not the word. Legacy status.
well, she does have a legion of fans that loves her big, voluptuous
Yeah.
titties.
Yeah, I know.
I know how much
And
of
then
that.
you have the reboot.
There we go. Yeah, I know it has to be third party. I know it has to be female. So.
Even though Matt often says that it's probably not, the third party thing's not going to stick. They're going to have at least one Fire Emblem character or Pokemon in it.
That's true.
What is
Probably.
Even though I don't entirely buy that.
Right.
Like,
so,
it wouldn't surprise me, but yeah.
So while we're on our way, like journeying through all this, James, what did you find interesting about this game at all?
I mean, for what it's worth, it's not really a bad game adaptation of Monsters Inc. I mean, it helps too that it doesn't follow the movie in the slightest. Beyond the set, just at least one or two characters, but otherwise, I mean, I guess the whole nerve scary mechanic's not too bad for a kid's game, man. I mean, the differences between Mike and Sully are fairly noticeable. Just to prompt you with playing as both. Though I do think between the two, ironically, Mike is the better character.
Oh,
Mike always
yeah.
wanted to be a scarer, so he gets to have his little light to shine in this. If you
No,
Yeah.
honestly, I also
MCU.
feel like with the kinds of scares he does, it really does goes to show why Sully was the one that ends up actually being a scarer in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually,
Mike
that's
is-
just. Ooh.
Yeah, Mike is better for comedic comic relief rather than actually being scary.
Yeah.
I will say, just talking about like scares, and since you brought up Monsters University, that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Like when they keep going through all the different scary faces. Like one of them's the clown, like yeah. Then at one point it's like, "I'm Phyllis in the morning."
Oh yeah, they're training exercises.
There's some good stuff in there.
Tippy-toe, tippy-toe, kids asleep. Tippy-toe, tippy-toe, kids awake.
Twins in the bunk bed.
In the bunk bed. Oh my god.
But yeah,
One other thing I actually will say about the game is that I think it depends on the level, but some of the scare finishers you show off are different.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
they're
not
kinda
just going to
randomized.
get the same paper bag or the check out these packs.
It does look like that. Oh, god.
He's wrapped. But yeah, I think honestly, I kind of miss this old era of like licensed games and stuff like that.
Yeah. If they put a little bit more polish to them, like since there was so much shovelware, like licensed games during like the Wii era and such.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like, considering how remake happy we are in games nowadays, and it's gotten to a point where even licensed games aren't safe, where they're actually having Battle for Bikini Bomb remade, I am
saw
not going
that.
to put it.
Yeah.
I would not put it past the community to eventually go after like game adaptations for their reboot madness.
Right.
Yeah. I want to be minded. Oh god,
Oh, hey,
water news.
Water.
Oh, it's water news.
Ugh, I don't like
Who I
you.
do believe was voiced by his original actor.
Huh.
Yeah, James Corbin, I think.
It might be.
Here, let me look it up. I has
Get
phone.
back
Yeah,
here.
back
No, it's
here.
James something.
What happened to his mouth?
He has no mouth.
He just has a lip for a mouth.
Monsters Inc. Cast. Google, tell me.
Oh, there's.
There it is.
Oh, there's his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh
She's just got a higher upper jaw.
god.
Matt, hey hype, he just starts talking about beefaroni and just going.
Devil damn it.
Would you not want to watch Water News?
No, he had a beaker mouth. That's what it was.
Would you not want to watch Water News do his actual voice actor do that as a vocal training exercise?
Now, the cool thing about these worlds is that you can actually pick these levels in any order you want, and
cool.
well, again, and
On to the
before you
big
start one off, you can actually switch which monster you want to use.
Yes, let's
Now we're
use the tiny
teeny.
mic.
Pretty much, I always went with Mike.
Why did they make him so small, that menu?
Mike, I do like Mike a little bit more than Sully. And there are, I believe, ways to swap between Mike and Sully. I think
There
or you have
was
to
like a
start
little
the
token that you go past her to switch
Yeah.
between the characters.
Aha. Okay.
Oh
But
god, no.
But I do remember liking
Check out
Mike.
these packs.
I do remember liking Mike a bit more, just because first off, his like ball bounce move is really good for like getting up on platforms, and there's
Yeah,
just
he
I
does
just
roll up
remember
into a ball like that.
He also has a hover
Yeah.
ability, if I'm not mistaken. So just overall athleticism-wise, he is better than Sully.
right.
Yeah.
I prefer that for platforming.
Also, Gui, it's James Corbin. So yeah.
Okay, James Corbin.
Corbin,
okay.
Right.
Going.
Wait,
Alright.
didn't I say that?
I think you
Yeah,
did.
I heard
You
James.
did.
I was
I
just,
think- I think-
I was just, Oh, he
Confirm,
passed
confirming.
away in
Confirming.
2002. Oh.
Yeah, he did.
There we go. Get back
A
here.
bit more ooze. All right, come here, you.
So,
Well, he was
So
born
hype,
in
does it-
1928, so wow.
Yeah.
so hype.
He scared himself to
What
death.
were you asking?
Hype. Does this look interesting at all for you to try out?
Woo!
About as interesting as any other movie-based game that was released around this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I played this more on PC. I didn't own I played PlayStation 1.
Is there like a big difference between the two versions? Oh, there's his hover.
Yep.
I think my favorite detail about him hovering is just look at his face when he does it.
His lips
Yeah,
just
he's
watch
like-
watch you.
He purses his lips.
What are you trying to be like,
No, no.
Yoshi?
Maybe I could
grab the- it's-
maybe I can grab the ledge with my lips.
Yeah, it's not like a he. It's like a. But no, yeah, I would like more like this. There's some movies out there that I'm astonished a game was never made for, like Ready Player One, stuff like that.
I feel like with Ready Player One, they'd have to go through a lot the same hurdles with licensing as they did with the movie.
Oh,
Fair.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 was good on
Oh,
PS3.
there we go.
I played that a lot with my
I
Toy
brother.
Story 3 I remember being alright.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had tested this or not, James. If we leave a level and come back, do we keep our scare meter or do we have to collect all the ooze again?
I think you do. Honestly, I don't know, but I'm willing to bet you do have to recollect them all over again.
Yeah, I don't remember if you do or not.
What the heck was that?
The scariest,
What?
scariest of posings.
Booga 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 booga. Pat,
He
pat, pat.
waggled his ass.
The land.
He doesn't even
lamp.
have one. That's the scary part.
He did a lap dance without having a laugh
That-
himself.
Oh my god, you're right. He has no laugh. No, I was gonna say that was.
It is true. He does have no ass.
But I was gonna say like.
from experience.
But I was going to say like with how like with that was evil. That was the land of darkness. That is the place where the sun never shines.
That was a little scarier.
Yeah.
It's just.
Why are you trying to tickle him? What the heck is that?
But there you go. At least Mike's giving it his all.
Yeah.
Ripped.
Okay, you have
Check these
no,
guns.
You have no guns to flex. They're like pistons. They're the mechanics of a gun that you put in. They're the tiny little rods. Just like how tiny your rod is, Mike.
What?
Eh?
Pie, we need to
Pie?
talk.
Just another.
Did you just say
Yeah.
that to yourself at this point? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Hi.
it's like she's instinctively expecting Matt to do it every time, but she realized, oh wait, Matt's not here.
I have to say it for
Hi.
myself.
No one's
We-
saying.
Oh.
No one's saying it, and someone should be saying it.
Hi, we
Well, she
need to
said-
talk.
Well, Allie, too late. She already said it herself, so she's gonna have to talk
Okay.
with herself later.
Got it.
I didn't hear her, sorry.
But
fine.
yeah. So I know there's gonna be one. So I know, James, there's gonna be one other game that we're looking at. Out of the 3 Disney games we're looking at, is there one in particular that you like?
Oh.
Like the most, like which one would you say is the most like fun?
The one I would say is the most fun is actually the one we haven't shown off yet. So I'll save that for. I'll save that talk for when we get to that game.
Okay.
Sounds good. Oh, something just.
All right.
Oh yeah,
popped
by
in
the
and
way, it
just-
should also be said, whenever you get the bronze medal, the way back home it opens up, and it's around that time you actually get to watch a small clip from the movie.
But we can't show it because copyrights.
Yeah, this is back when they would actually include full-on scenes from the movie, and in some
Yeah.
cases, scenes from the movie that is still in theaters.
Yeah.
Before DVDs
I remember
and
Toy
VHS
Story
tapes came
2
out.
did that with
And Bug's Life.
and Bug's Life, but we can't do that.
Yeah, that was a
'cause
really cool
copyright.
thing.
Yeah, I
The
remember.
only thing one thing I definitely noticed regarding Scream Team though is that they pretty much split one particular scene from the movie in like 4 chunks, and you only unlock them just by beating the other levels in that world,
Right.
which is weird.
Right.
Let's go back to
So-
Sully just for old time's sake. I mean, he is the top scarer of the bunch.
He's like,
So it's like, what? Who's that? What's that? You doing, Bobby?
Can I also just say that the music was really catchy. It's catchy as hell.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know
they
if I'm the
did.
only
They
one
did.
who thinks that.
No,
Oh yeah, the music's good.
with what we've been hearing now, like, listen here. I think they did a pretty good job in capturing the style of the music and the I forgot. I don't think it was Randy Newman, or may have been, but the guy
I
who
think
did
it was.
Yeah.
the instrumental for Monsters Inc. in the very beginning. Yeah.
One thing about Monsters Inc. I did want to talk about it because I wanted your guys' opinions on it.
Yeah.
From what you've heard,
Oh!
oops,
You
Whoa,
died.
you sick like
none
a
of them can
rock.
swim. I was about to say, from what you've heard of it, if you've heard any of it, what are your guys' thoughts on the upcoming sequel series that they're making for Disney Plus?
I have
Monsters
not
at
heard.
Work?
Yeah, I have not heard. Oh, I have not heard any of it. I've not heard.
Basically,
anything about
it takes months. It takes place like a few months after the movie. So again, they're all working on laughs and whatnot. And I guess it's just going to be kind of like the most I can imagine it being is like I guess it's kind of like a Monsters Inc. version of The Office.
Huh.
Huh.
So it'll be
I've
like
never heard of
so,
this.
so it'll be set up like a candid camera thing where they're all talking, doing interviews.
That's my
as they go
assumption
throughout the
anyway.
day.
Like the only thing that I do know,
Yeesh.
and I think Allie might get some appreciation out of this, is that both Billy Crystal and John Goodman are indeed coming back for it.
Okay.
That's
That's
cool.
good.
But until I see a full-on trailer for the movie, or excuse me, for the show, I really have no opinion on the matter.
Yeah, well,
That'll be interesting.
well, because like for instance, I want to know what it's going to look like because I don't know how it's going to look because I have seen seen instances where a TV. I mean, I feel pretty confident that they could make a TV show look as good as the first movie did.
Yeah.
Maybe not look as good as
Something
maybe.
else, yeah.
You would
maybe
be
not
like
look-
a high budget TV show, but
Whoa.
sure.
No, well, I was gonna say like backing up like.
Well, Disney
But-
could afford it. You know they could.
Yeah.
But hear me out. Especially for a full subscription service, not like just sharing a TV network. But I was just
I mean,
saying,
this is the same subscription service where where the only place where you'll get to watch the live-action remake of Lady and the Tramp.
which I'm fine
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
But but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not expecting like it to look like Monster University because I think Monster University genuinely looks really good. They did a
Yeah, I
really
mean,
great job
it's,
with
the
that.
technology is better, so it's naturally gonna look better.
But even if it looks like the original Monsters Inc. movie, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
They kind
I
of
mean, if
did.
nothing-
Well, for Big Hero 6, they went to the 2D animation route, but
I thought that still looked fine.
That is
and
true.
I hear a lot of people love. It's like
it
that
had a
looked
unique
fine. I hear a lot
style. So maybe if they do
And-
something
and
like
what-
that with 2D.
And what
Maybe.
James just found out there is why I hate this particular room is that if it respawns you on whatever side of the river you were closest to, which makes it very easy to get turned around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It happens.
But yeah, I
Was
was just
that
about
a
to
Water
say,
News
like,
Buddha statue? Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yep, it is.
he's a little
Okay.
high of himself.
Praise to the Buddha.
oop, there you go.
So-
And there you have it.
Aha! Nice stairs.
There you go.
But now I'm curious what other series I'm surprised they better do something for Incredibles then.
I guess it kind of depends
You know,
on if people.
okay. I have an idea, and I know it's probably not something that's going to stick, but how about a continuation of that whole 19-something mini short
Oh,
thing that was
the
with
Mr.
the original?
Oh
Incredible show.
gosh, you're right. Like,
Dude,
Yes!
did you okay the rabbit?
it's like I would be
Nothing to
fine
do
with
with
that
the
if with every episode they also have like a commentary with the actual actors over it as well.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes.
I want that. No, because
Yes.
that's so
Because
great.
in many
Like,
respects,
did
that
you-
commentary was better than the cartoon itself.
Did you okay the rabbit?
I had nothing to do with the rabbit. And it's like,
I don't know.
oh, it's like,
Well,
oh, so
someone okay the rabbit.
there's that, and also like, oh, so the black superhero gets caught. Well, a minute ago you were complaining they made you white. Oh, so the tan superhero gets caught.
So yeah.
Like, what's this?
There's-
I'm white. They
I was
made
gonna
me
say-
a white guy.
I was gonna say I didn't want to draw attention to that just because I was worried that people would be like oversensitive to it, but I agree that is like my favorite just because the sheer genuine confusion
Anger.
in just the confusion in Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson's voice where he says, "Well, I'm white."
It's like, it's just the reference of it. It's
Look
like,
at that.
yeah, you holding the rabbit's hand. That's better.
It's just it's so but no, I love the idea. And I love the idea that they were as their actors in character as Bob and from some like actually
Yes.
reacting to
Lady
their own
lips.
show. It's so funny. Anyways, so yeah. James, any last thoughts on this?
Till next time, guys.
Yeah.
See you on the,
All
see you
right.
on the see you on the next exciting Disney thing.
Bye-bye.
He's emotional. He's emotional. Are we still rolling?
Okay, that was better than my last scream, but still.